In a story you'll see first on 4, a senior member of the Prince George's County Sheriff's Office has been placed on administrative leave tonight following an investigation by the News 4 I-team.
The disciplinary action comes one day after News 4 asked questions about a recent social media post by the sheriff's chief of staff that appeared to disparage a deputy who's also the union president in the office. Our investigative reporter Tracy Wilkins joins us once again with the latest on this story. Tracy?
Yeah, a lot is happening in this space, and we weren't expecting this to happen so quickly. In our investigation, we reached out to the chief of staff, who admits she made these social media posts about one of their own deputies. Now she's on administrative leave pending investigation, and the deputy is speaking exclusively to News 4 about why he says these social media posts are so concerning for him and the union members he represents. How long have you been with the sheriff's office?
20 years.
In his 2 decades as a Prince George's County deputy, Lieutenant and Union President Gary Yancey says he's never experienced this.
I was notified that my likeness was used in looks like a ChatGPT AI created photo, that I'm angry with an axe to grind. And that was posted on the chief of staff's personal social media page by her.
He's talking about this. An image, he says, was shared by Tracy Brown, the chief of staff to the Prince George's County Sheriff, on Brown's personal Facebook page. An image he says is a public act of retaliation for his work as union president.
I'm speaking on that because I have to.
He believes the problems began over politics. In 2022, his members supported Sheriff John Carr in his first election.
We door knocked for Sheriff Carr's first campaign every weekend.
But in this past primary, the union changed course, opposing Carr, and instead supporting competitor Ron Oliver. Carr won. Then weeks later, the Baltimore Banner published an investigation critical of the sheriff's office. Yancey was quoted in the story in his capacity as union president.
I did not say anything disparaging about Sheriff Carr. All I did was agree or disagree, confirm what was being said. None of that was false.
One day after the article was published, Yancey says someone sent the screenshots from the chief of staff's personal social media page. In a post on Facebook, Chief of Staff Brown did not name Yancey but spoke about karma, writing, "When you are unhappy, you have options. Choose the one marked exit." In the comments, she then posted what appears to be an AI-generated photo of Yancey. What does that feel like?
Oh, it doesn't feel good.
By phone, Brown declined an on-camera interview, but admitted to posting the image and words, emphasizing it was her personal page and not a county page. She said she wasn't the person who created the image of Yancey. Brown's a civilian employee. She also told News 4 she does not work directly with deputies and primarily is a grant writer. That's something Yancey disputes. According to the office's website, Brown is described as a trusted advisor to the sheriff who mediates disputes and resolves issues before they escalate to the sheriff. Yancey says deputies often communicate with her.
Essentially, instead of going to the sheriff with a problem, I'm supposed to be able to go to the chief of staff.
Now Yancey says he's filed an internal affairs complaint against Brown. In a statement, the Prince George's County Sheriff's Office said they are reviewing the alleged post and comment thread in question as part of an internal process.
Even though the person I'm dealing with is not a sworn law enforcement officer, they're still part of the management team. They are responsible to be professional in everything that they do.
Yancey says he's speaking to us because he sees this act as a larger attack on unions like his.
This is not a personal axe to grind. This is just my members demand professionalism and respect.
In a statement, Sheriff John Carr said, in part, the reputation of this office and how we treat one another matters to me, whether that's face-to-face or on a screen. I expect a high standard of professionalism from command staff and every deputy. Placing Chief of Staff Brown on leave allows Internal Affairs to conduct a full and fair review. It is not a determination of what occurred. In addition to our question, the sheriff says there also received an anonymous complaint about the post to the office as well. So just a lot happening here.
Yeah. So there's no, what's the other follow-up? Does the investigation complete, and then what might happen to Brown? Could she potentially have to find somewhere else to work, or is that not on the table?
She expressed concern about that in my conversation with her, but I mean, this is really going to be up to the sheriff's office to take a look at this and see what next steps are going to be, and there's a lot for them to consider here. But one of the things that they're also going to have to take a look at is the fact that this did happen on her personal page, and in conversations with me, she reiterated that, saying, you know, this was on my personal page. This wasn't on the county page. It was on my personal page. This is a personal page that had other deputies on it as well, who also commented on what she had to say, and folks who then shared those images with other people. So from Yancey's perspective, he's just worried about not only how this made him feel, but the chilling effect it will have on his members and other people in that office who see that things like this can happen if there appears to be some kind of disagreement with you in the administration.
And what about those who commented on that page?
Yeah, well, they're not involved in this because, from my understanding, it was her post and they're commenting on her post.
Gotcha.
But I don't know because it's an investigation. It's not completely transparent because it is an internal affairs investigation. It could go as far as talking with some of those folks. We don't know. We don't have information on how far it will be.
Social media. You
Yeah.
know, it's moves in a lot of different directions.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you so much for staying on top of this, Tracy.
Thanks, Tracy.